Morning, Shoto. Thanks for having me.
This is very big, and I guess for kids in the Shoalhaven, this is just a fantastic opportunity that they haven't had before.
That's right. Yeah, Wakakirri's been going for 25 years, and we finally got it down to the Shoalhaven.
I've seen a number of these performances over the years and been involved, and I've got to say, the talent that is in our school system, both secondary and primary, is just mind-blowing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is. And every year there's a new generation of kids coming through, and they bring something special to it every year, and you never know what you're going to get. It's always amazing. You're absolutely correct.
Where did the term Wakakirri come from? What does it actually mean?
It means to tell a story through dance.
There you go.
It's from the Aboriginal Wongapon people near Cobar, and we chose it originally because we wanted to give the event a uniquely Australian feel.
Places like Canberra, Wollongong, Newcastle, the bigger regional centres, they've had Wakakirri for a number of years. It's coming to the Shoalhaven for the first time, and there's a massive show coming up on the 10th of August at the Shoalhaven Entertainment Centre. For people who don't know Wakakirri, Adam, tell us what we can expect on the night.
Well, Wakakirri is a national story dance festival. Schools create story dances, and they can tell, and what they have to do is tell a story using a creative combination of dancing and drama, and they can tell any story that they want, and they can use any combination of dancing, singing. They can use sets and props and film projections. It's like a mini musical on stage. They've got 7 minutes to do it. What you can expect to see is a really interesting night of stories from different schools. And every school has their own way of doing it. So what makes it a great night is you never know what you're going to get. You never know what kind of story you're going to see. A lot of schools tell stories about, often they're inspired by things, an area of learning in their classroom.
Yep.
So you might see a story about the life cycle of the butterfly, or you might see a story inspired by a book, or you might see a story also that's inspired by local communities. Years ago, one of my favourites, I remember, the school did a really moving story about the Bulli mine disaster. It was an amazing story, and what made it even more amazing was that the children got details about the story from their grandparents who told them about the experience, and so there was this really great connection in community in the telling of the story. So like I say, there's so many stories that you'll see. All the schools, put their own unique stamp on it.
I hope you're not threatening me, Adam, with Shoalhaven Council, the musical.
Like I say, you never know what you're going to get. So I can't guarantee that you won't.
We do have primary schools and secondary schools involved. They're competing to win in their divisions. And of course, they then go on, if they are the winning schools, to compete against other regional schools and hopefully at some stage get right through to the national final, which comes up later in the year.
Yeah, that's right. So every region around Australia that has a Wakakirri event, and like you say, there's Newcastle, there's Shoalhaven, there's Sydney, there's Wollongong, there's Caloundra in Queensland, Brisbane. It's a national event. Each region puts forward one school, or maybe two schools. It depends how we go and how big the event is in each region. But they all each put forward a nominee for Story of the Year, and that nominee goes into a pool, and then Wakakirri creates a TV special at the end of the year, and we try and get all of the nominees. And for primary schools, when you're sorting 250 primary schools, you end up with 35 nominees from around the country, and they try and get it down to just one. So wow. It's a really hard task. Yeah, someone's got to do it.
And you do. The Shoalhaven.
No, I don't do it. Actually.
Well, as director, you have to pull the whole lot together, though, right around the country. So you've got a pretty busy task dealing with a lot of schools.
Oh, yes. But I palmed the responsibility
Good man.
for judging onto... we get industry professionals in the judge. Rachel Beck is our judge this year. Yeah, Justine Clark was last year. We've got Todd McKinney on the panel as well. And and Andrew McFarlane, they have to sit down this year, and they go through it, and they host the TV special.
It is going to be a brilliant night at the Shoalhaven Entertainment Centre on the 10th of August. You don't want to miss a great night, particularly if you've got kids competing. It's going to be a beauty. The Festival Director of Wakakirri is Adam LOXLEY, and thank you so much for joining us and telling us all about it this morning on 2ST.
Oh, thank you for having me.
2ST.